Hello and welcome, as usual, to the Geek Lab and the mad, insane bagger that lives inside it, me. Now, do you like my cup? It's brought to me, for me by wifey. God, she spills out. There we go. Yes, Stormtrooper cup. I thought that was very appropriate. For these videos, although it does feel like I'm drinking liquefied Stormtrooper brain. But there we go. So, right, yes, again, it's time for our second installment in the Star Wars helmet collection from DeAgostini. One helmet every 2 weeks. And this one starts, unusually, with an apology. Dear subscriber, we would like to thank you for your subscription to the Star Wars helmets collection. Unfortunately, there has been a slight production delay from our supplier of the free metal poster template, which is planned to come with your first delivery. This will therefore now be sent out in your second dispatch. Yep, there's a little Star Wars thing. There's a little Star Wars tin plate thing I'm supposed to get in this one, but no problems. I'm not getting that till the next one. But there you go, at least they apologise and just didn't ignore us like some people do. Okay, so we're going to start this one with edition number 2, which is Boba Fett. One of the most popular, unlikely characters in the Star Wars universe. Only appeared briefly in the first one, but there was a big reaction apparently to him, so they brought him back for more. And that gained more importance as the series went on. Right, so Boba Fett, number 2, Betrayal on Bespin. Sorry. Han Solo was captured. Weapons and uniforms, Bosk and IG-88. So let's have a look inside here. Okay, databank. The next installments of your comprehensive 8-set guide to Star Wars universe. Helmets. Boba Fett's notorious bounty hunter. In pictures, Boba Fett's formidable armory and weaponry made him a powerful opponent. Highlights of the saga, the capture of Han Solo. Once again, what people don't realise is, because they're not really advertising it too well, that it does talk about the Star Wars universe, not just about the helmets. So these magazines are quite good. Right, planets, Alzok 3, specimens, that thing. Planets, Ambria, sort of cartoon. Aliens, he's out the original, although it doesn't look like, CGI rendering there. And Padme Amidala, Queen Senator. I hated that character, mainly because it was just the acting of it. It's so it's like I got no personality. This character has no personality, no nothing, and I sound bored as shite. Yeah, didn't like that one. Planets Amud droids, analysis droids from the prequels shite. Aliens, Anubis. I wonder where they got Anubis from. Could it be something to do with Egyptian mythology? Possibly. Planets Ando, Antar 5. Antar 40 was the 4th moon of the planet Antar, a gas giant. The planet was the homeworld of the Gutal species. There we go. And humans, Ramus and Tilly's captain. Okay. Helmets. History of Boba Fett. Yep. The aura of mysteries surrounding the origins of Boba Fett only fueled his reputation as the preeminent bounty hunter in the galaxy. So there we go, a quick look at him. Quick start, species human, height 1.83 meters, or 7 feet, I don't know. Homeworld, Kaminu, skills, bounty hunter, master tracker, expert with all weapon types, equipped modified Mandalorian armor and equipment. Other, unaltered clone of the legendary Jango Fett. Boink. And the middle section. I'm calling it the middle section because it's in the middle. Right, Jango's hair. Didn't know he got hair. So, Slave 1, Boba Fett starship. had as many deadly surprises as its owner. And then we get a look at the helmet itself. There's different functions. The targeting rangefinder. Well, that's what that is. Rangefinder power conduit. Helmet diagnostic port. Didn't know about that. Whoops, you'll have to excuse me. I was rudely interrupted by dying batteries. So, where were we? Helmet diagnostic port. Infrared emitter nodes. Didn't know about that. Duraplast helmet. Sure somebody's going to copyright that soon. Holographic targeting display. When flipped down, the targeting display interfaces with the visor to give tracking information on up to 30 targets at a time. Rear view. Main processor cooling vent. Splat some mud in there, see if it kicks out. Right, over to the other section here. Wink. Side view. Where were we? There we are. Broadband antenna. No, it's not broadband internet, sorry. Just see Virgin supplying him with broadband internet. Oh well. Shipcom link transponder. Atmospheric field generators. Comtech Series 2 speaker. Oh, Series 2. Oh, Series 3 actually. Oh, Series 3. Wow, even better. Microphone. Macro binocular infrared viewplate. Yeah. Gives Boba Fett 360-degree vision. Could magnify up to 50 times. High definition motion sound sensors. Yep, he's got 1080p. Fett's helmet picked up and amplified even the quietest sound. Detected the slightest movement. High definition motion sensors. There we go. And a look at the rest of his kit. Although, doesn't that look more like a fan kit? It looks a bit baggy for the real thing. So quick. I can't see him in them. It actually looks more like a fan thing. Bit baggy there. It talks about the different features of his uniform kit, whatever you want to call it. Right. Moving on. The weapons and uniforms. The latter decades of the older Republic, and particularly the Imperial era, were the eras of when bounty hunters were at their most prolific. So the weapons of the bounty hunters and uniforms. It looks like the guy out of Star Trek in a classic scene where they're fighting like that. Sure, it is that guy actually. Looks like him. The capture of Han Solo. How could we forget the capture of Han Solo? And the reason they did that apparently is because they didn't know whether he was going to sign up for the next film, so they put him in there just in case he didn't. Chronology. Boba Fett tracks Millennium Falcon to Bespin. 30 booby, 40 booby, 20 ubby. I don't know what, I may be being thick here, but I don't know what ubby and booby stand for. Oh well. Highlights of the saga, the carbon freezing, yep. Risky procedure, yep. Cloud City, freezing chamber. There we go. And, ooh! Issue 3, which we got here, and issue 4, Luke's helmet. So, right, that's number 2. Very good. Let's have a look at the oldie Boba Fett sitting here in his blur vision. Focus. Hello. I'll get him out while the camera sorts his life out. There we go. Right, there he is. Mucky fingerprints on it. Where does mucky fingerprints come from? Anyway, let's take him out of his little enclosure. And here's the Boba Fett model itself. So, I have you now, Boba Fett. Red and green in there. Oh, Christ, that was just some doors flying open because of the wind. Not my wind either. So, here's our little sensor on its little stalk. Doink doink. Nicely detailed, isn't it? Very nicely detailed. Here's our CPU cooling vents at the back here. Yeah, it's all nicely done. Complete little wound there. So, there we go. That's Boba Fett. Very nice. Very good. So, put you there. Put your case on after I got rid of fingerprints. There we go. Well, it just shows humans are involved and it wasn't made in a clone factory. Sort of. Right, there we go. So that's Boba Fett. Issue 3 is the classic. The defocused. Come on. Ta-da! That's my technique there. Very elegant. This is... Oh, who's this guy? I have no idea. Not seen this one before. C3PO, of course. Escaped Tatooine, a dangerous mission. I think it's dangerous in this Star Wars universe. Weapons, uniforms, droid, servants. So, let's take a sneaky peeky, shall we? Right. C3PO, protocol droid. Built by Anakin Skywalker, the fussy droid C3PO was witness to some of the defining events in the history of the galaxy. And though C3PO was anything but brave, he survived many dangerous adventures, often with help from his fellow droid R2-D2. Oh my god. Databank. Humans. Wedge Antilles. That sounds like an order from a bully in a schoolyard. Go and wedge him. Species. Anks. Those things. Humans. Dr. Afra. No idea what that is. An archaeologist and accomplished technician, Afra was a human female of somewhat dubious morals. Yeah, I don't know where that one's from. Species, Anzaki. Droid, that was from the cartoon, of course. Droids, Aqua Droid. Separatist battle droid from the Clone Wars. Right, okay. Humans. Cumberlane Arger. Sounds like Mr. Cumberbatch. Oh well. Humans. Captain Pharaoh Argis. Argis was a human from Tepsay who, by the outbreak of the Clone Wars, had risen to the rank of captain in the elite Senate commandos. Good for him. Vehicles. The AT-AT. Yeah. We like AT-ATs. Completely useless and pointless, but there we go, a bit of fun. Vehicles. ATDP. Never heard of that one before. Based loosely on the AT-RT design, the ATDP was, well, that's a mouthful, was Kuwait Drive Yard's early attempt at creating an enclosed scout walker for the Empire. Alright, it's another one. AT-ST, doink. AT-TE, doink. Bloody hell. AT-RT, wow. You could make a showroom with these and sell them. Aliens, AZ Morgan. The less about him, the better. C3PO. Built from scavenged parts by Anakin Skywalker. So, if he was built by scavenged parts, why are there many of them? Why wasn't there just one? Weird. The Golden Protocol... Oh, hang on. Duh, being dumb. Scavenged parts of that robot already, didn't design him himself. I'm assuming... Golden Skywalker, when he was a slave boy in Tatooine, the Golden Protocol droid C3PO was forever embroiled in events fundamental to the history of the galaxy. Fortunately, he faced him alongside his counterpart and friend, R2-D2. Never a big fan of him, although in the new one he does get some funny moments in Force Awakens. Droid 1.67 meters, Cybot Galactica. Skills, fluent in more than 6 million forms of communication and a specialist in protocol. Additional modular construction. So here we go, let's have a look at him. Memory wipe. It was normal for droids to periodically have their memories wiped clean, as a collected experience could overwhelm. Come off night shift, therefore I can't speak. Could overwhelm a droid, leading to malfunctions and personality quirks. God of the Ewoks. Yes, he became a god for a bit, didn't he? That's quite funny. Features of the helmet, I'll quickly go over them. Microwave emitter sensor, logic function computer, neural network was an AA1 verbobrain, photoreceptors, eyes, omnidirectional audio sensors, ears, balanced gyro, bit of a prone position for it to be in, and you can actually see the studio where this was taken. There, it's all reflected in the helmet. Right, and onto the next page. Oh, mucky model. Look, it's got fingerprints on it. Microwave emitter again. Vocabulary da. Mouth. Neck servos. Neck. Audio sensors again, ears. Right, so look. Intermotor actuator coupler. Waste. Multi-system connection wires, nervous system. Pelvic servo motor. Thrusting love motor, baby. Yeah. Beyond his capabilities, flying into a panic seemingly at every even slightly stressful situation was sadly typical of the rather flighty Cybot Galactica 3D Protocol series. Alright, intermotor actuator coupler, reinforced knee joint and reinforced foot shell, main computer access port, well, alright. Right, okie dokie. A droid is born. Although the skeletal framework Anakin used to build C3PO was already over 80 years old. Didn't know that. C3PO believed for a long time he was born when he was activated for the first time in the workshop bedroom of Anakin Skywalker. Though 3PO wasn't yet finished, Anakin was proud to show him off to his new friend from Naboo, Padme Amidala. What I mean. Right. Weapons and uniforms. Droid servants didn't really have, weapons, but they most certainly had uniforms. Droid servants, more of them. Really? Especially with weapons and uniforms. They're not exactly uniforms, are they? Or weapons. Escaped Tatooine, Princess Leia Organa hid the stolen plans to the Death Star in R2-D2's memory systems. With his counterpart C3PO, R2 managed to board the escape pod and reach the surface of Tatooine. Droids in the desert, caught by the Jawas. The desert planet of Tatooine, baked under the glare of twin suns. Its atmosphere contained only the tiniest amounts of water, making it a miracle that life existed there. No, it's not a miracle, it's science, baby. Science, sexy science, baby. Anywho, lecture over. R2-D2 secret. C3PO had been through a very trying time. His more or less peaceful life and service to Princess Leia Organa was over. He'd been shot at and crash landed on a desert world. With no idea what R2-D2 was talking about, he just assumed his counterpart was being reckless and foolish. And on the back, yep, still showing issue 4 will be Luke's helmet. Well, X-Wing pilot helmet. So, there we go. Let's have a look at Mr. C3PO. Oh God. Focus. Why are you playing up today? There we go. Let's have a look at his helmet. That sounds rather rude. I'm sorry, Mr. 3PO. We're talking rude about you. Naughty. I'm sure you'd be most insulted. Right. There we go. Here he is. C3PO. No finger smudges this time. Let's take his case off and have a looky-nookie at the man himself. Right, so it is very shiny. There's some dust on it, which is very well made. There we go, there's this rear sensor. And back round to the front, showing his ear there. Can you see me in the reflection? There you go. Back round to the front, and his microwave emitter thingy jobber. Little flaw there, but overall in quite good shape. Yes, that's quite nice, I like that. Oop. So there we go, that is C3PO from the DeAgostini Star Wars Helmet Collection number 3. So, if you like these videos and want to see more, or want to see past editions, well, if you want to see more, then please subscribe. If you want to see past editions, there is a link to my playlist coming up there. And yeah, please subscribe. If you've enjoyed the video, please like, as that helps. And number 2 and number 3. And other than that, just remains for me to say thank you very much.
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.